You're in for a treat. This is a fast-paced, high-scoring sport.
Most days does not feel real. Every time I'm pulling up to Soldier Field or the United Center or wherever it is I get to work, it's not cliche to say I pinch myself. Like, it's unbelievable to me. My name is Tim Sinclair, and I'm the public address voice for the Chicago Bears, Chicago Bulls, Chicago Fire, Chicago Union, Illinois basketball, and a variety of other one-off events throughout the country. I went to the University of Illinois to become an architect, got enrolled in the program there, and partway through my freshman year, I just realized I needed money and needed to have a part-time job, and happened to know somebody who worked in radio. And I said, hey, do you need some help? A few hours a week, I don't have much time. And I'll never forget, he said, do you want to be on the air? And I was like, all right, why not? I was friends with Brian Barnhart, who's the voice of Illinois basketball and football on the radio. And he said one day to me, hey, you know, they're looking for a new public address voice at Illinois. And he said, you should apply. Literally no one called me back for a year. Then they got desperate and needed me for a baseball game at the end of the following season. And again, I went and tried it and fell in love. Again, I was terrible. I had no idea what I was doing. I don't think I did a very good job at all, but it was enough for them to give me another chance in the fall to do something else. And then the next thing and the next thing. No, the rest is history. My first real job in Chicago came with the Fire. They held a YouTube contest in early 2014 before that season. Miraculously made it through, got to do an interview at Toyota Park at the time in Bridgeview, and got the job. In 2020, things were changing. Jim Rebant and Tommy were leaving with the Bulls and the Bears, and both organizations expressed interest. And again, I never would have called it or predicted it, but I was very, very fortunate and took both jobs. The opportunities that I get beyond public address just because of what I do for a living. I was in a State Farm commercial with Benny the Bull and with Jake from State Farm. Like, I was the one singing the jingle. Like, what? It has to be a mistake. Getting to do the Big Ten Football Championship game or be in the NBA 2K video games. All those things are just icing on the cake that I never saw coming.
Good evening. The Ultimate Frisbee Association welcomes you to De La Salle Institute for tonight's matchup between the Atlanta Hustle and your Chicago Union.
I call it a fan with a microphone. It's not always exactly that, but I do like being the one who gets to reflect what the crowd is feeling in a certain moment, or helping them reflect maybe what a certain moment might entail.
Number 42, Brandon Van Dusen.
There are people in this industry who have catchphrases or things they always do, and I don't have very many of those.
Number 7, Jack Shanahan.
So I want to be clear, concise, and correct, and then I want to be authentic.
35 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
You don't get necessarily as wrapped up in the specifics of a game. It's just, what's this play, next play, what's this play, next. And that's how you have to do it, because there's a lot of information that has to, well, go in my eyes, to my brain, and out my mouth very, very quickly. And of course, the goal is to always get it right.
Goal, Chicago Union!
Ideally, if I do my job well and I'm allowed to do it for long enough, that will become part of the lexicon for these different franchises in these different cities. The fact that it's Chicago, man, that's hallowed ground. So I'm truly honored and humbled, and I hope I get to do it for a very, very long time.
Goal, Chicago Union! Scored by number 7, Jack Shanahan.